Yeah, my name is Maurine Murenga. I'm from Kenya. I work with the International Community of Women Living with HIV. I am the Global Funds Coordinator of ICW, and the kind of work I do is to support women to engage with Global Fund at the country level, and also as to implement Global Fund grants, to be able to access and implement Global Fund grants. Countries are scored against how they perform or how they implement the grants. Then the principal recipients mostly look for low-hanging fruits. They want the big organizations that can quickly manage and absorb the grants, and therefore the grassroots networks of women living with HIV are usually left behind because either they don't have 3 years audited reports in millions, or they don't have a physical office or computer and internet, those little factors that are looked for. So that is why most of our networks actually don't access the Global Fund. What we do is to make the women understand how the Global Fund operates, and we take the Global Fund documents and simplify them for the women and contextualize them into their own situations, and then they adopt what they feel is relevant to them. We have seen an increase in engagement with the new funding model because Global Fund put CCM requirements to include communities. Therefore, we have seen an increase in engagement of women living with HIV in the country coordinating mechanisms, and we have seen what they were calling country dialogues. Many of our networks were engaged in country dialogues towards development of the new strategy. So it's not all grey. We are seeing some improvement, and we are looking forward to women being equal partners in future implementation of the Global Fund grants. The CCM is male-oriented, and CCM has government officials from the ministries of health. We have those professors who want to make it as difficult as it can be, using a lot of jargons and tough language and scientific language. So I think that's what they thrive in. So that is their passion. And they go to the CCM to intimidate communities by speaking these heavy languages that kind of are very intimidating. All we need to do is understand, first of all, it's just understand our priority. And it doesn't matter whatever language they use, we focus on our priority. So if our priority is to address human rights, we'll have them say all the jargons and everything, but we'll just talk about human rights. Yeah, I think community-led services are best done by communities. So what has happened is that the government took over the program, and they're calling it Kenya Mentor Mother Program. And they have deployed some women who are not even HIV positive. They come to the community, nobody knows them. And for you to start disclosing to a stranger who is not even a doctor, you're told this is your friend. You don't know if she's your friend really, so you can't really talk freely with them. And so some of them have I don't know if it's ignorance or it's just being rude or just having stigma, but they treat the mothers very badly. I remember now when I went and she was asking me why I had pregnancy, knowing I was HIV positive, asking how many sexual partners I had, and wanting to find out who I had infected to get the pregnancy and stuff like that. And those were, to me, they were very rude questions, and they were really not necessary. So after that, I left the clinic. I never went back. She never followed up on me. So that shows you the kind of disconnect they have with what women living with HIV, the kind of support they need at that moment when they're expectant. And they have what they call group therapies for women living with HIV who are pregnant, and it's done right at the health facility. So that is not a safe space. We have our own battles with the healthcare providers. So we need a safe space out of the health facilities where we can talk about them, we can discuss what to do about it and stuff like that. If you put it right in front of their office, then we are not able to speak freely. And in front of the healthcare provider, I want to be seen as someone who is adhering to treatment, who is following all the instructions. So I won't tell you that I forgot to take my drugs in the last 3 days. But when I'm out there and I know it's just our peers, I'll say, hey guys, help me. Someone should be reminding me the last 3 days I didn't take my drugs. Yeah, and what could be the repercussion? So that space, that safe space has been taken away. The confidence in them has been taken away. And last year alone, we lost 17,000 women to follow up, because they came to the facility, they were tested, and then they never came back again. I know they're calling it lost to follow up, but other people use the term bullied out of care. So I think they were bullied out of care.